So the next thing I want to talk about is reconciling events at the end of an event. At the end of an event, the deck referee provides a report to the administrative official that includes how many no-shows there were, how many disqualifications, and how many declared false starts. The admin official should provide you this information, and you need to check the event and the paperwork to make sure that those numbers coincide with what you have. I'm going to use event 9 here as an example. Event 9 I've completed. I've done all 17 heats. I've pulled the times. I've made all the timing adjustments. I've entered disqualifications, etc. And you can see from the window up here that there were 17 heats, there were 15 no-shows, and 7 disqualifications. If those are the numbers that come over from the administrative official, you're probably all set. Your numbers do match up. But before I close out the event and put my paperwork together, I like to be sure that those numbers are accurate and that I have all the right names. I will go through the lane timer sheets to make sure that the lane timers didn't write any notes to me on the lane timer sheets about change in the name of a swimmer swimming in a different heat, etc. One of the other things that I can also do is look at the results by lane. So if I click up here in the upper left into enter results by lane, I now have 8 tabs down here, whereas before the tabs indicated heats, now they indicate lanes. I'm going to go up here and make my window at the bottom bigger, and so now I've got all 17 heats visualized in front of me. So if I look at heat 1 and I pull the lane timer sheet from lane 1, if I look at lane 1 and I pull the lane timer sheet from lane 1, I should have all these names, all these athletes listed for lane 1. I can see in this particular event there were no-shows in lane 1. Then I can go to lane 2 and I can double check. I also like to double check the names of the disqualifications against the disqualification slips just to make sure that my information was inputted accurately. So I'm going to make sure that Audrey Lee was disqualified for lane 2 in this event. And I also notice that I have 4 no-shows here in heat 3, 4, 6, and down here in 14, and I'm going to make sure that coincides with the information provided to the administrative official from the DECA referee. I'm going to do the same with lane 3, lane 3, where I have just 1 disqualification and no-shows, and 0 no-shows. I'm going to go to lane 4. I've got 1 no-show. And again, at some point, I want to double check the disqualifications against the DQ slips to make sure my information is accurate, etc. So I'm going to go through the entire event, make sure everything has been properly recorded in Meet Manager, make sure all my numbers match up. If there are any discrepancies, I'm going to let the administrative official know, and the admin official can work it out with the deck referee and find out where the mistake was, etc. And so that's how to double check no-shows and how to reconcile the event at the end of the event.